Welcome back to my channel everyone for another Farming Simulator 22 mod look video for the 8th of February 2022. Apologies first off, I couldn't do the mods on Monday the 7th because I had in-game crashes constantly and it was a very big pain in the butt. So hopefully I can get through this one without any game crashes. In saying that though, I think in a week or two Giants are planning to release patch 1.3 which should address the crashing issue for console. Again, that's why 82 Studios TLX 2020 was removed from the modhub last week. I think it got released on the modhub. Was it last Tuesday? Something like that, and then it got taken down because the game crash is actually when you go into the shop and you pick an item and then the options menu doesn't come up. Well, it hasn't been for me, and then the game will freeze and it won't go any further. So hopefully that won't happen to me tonight while I'm showing you the mods. If it does, again, I apologize and I'll try and do my best to get the video out for you. Also stay tuned to the end of the video because I do have a little announcement for Farming Simulator 22. Yeah, should be very interesting. I can't wait to see what comes out of it, but I'll let you know at the end of the video, so stay tuned guys. And also there's another little bit of news I heard which I'll let everyone know, but Fat Dad was in my stream the other night and he was asking me about new mod maps coming to FS22, if I knew about any. At the time I didn't, but there's a couple of little things I heard, so I'll drop that at the end of the video as well. But yeah, in wrapping that up and in saying that, we'll get right in and look at these mods the best we can and hope the game doesn't crash out on me. Yeah, so first up we have the class Lexion 8000, even though it says 89,000 on the actual harvester. The mod is actually named the class Lexion 8000. It is by SB Farms. It is 18.10 megabytes to download. We'll use 15 slots on console. And it is basically another class Lexion harvester. But in saying that, very nicely detailed. Does have an 18,000 litre capacity. The header doesn't come with it. This is just the in-game header. This was just for demonstration purposes. You only get the harvester with this download. But yes, very nicely detailed. You've got some filters and stuff in there, some lines, some metal lines. Yeah, all the bolt heads and screws and stuff. Very nicely detailed indeed. Yeah, this one you can have twin wheels or the TerraTracks on there, but the shop menu works. I'll show that to you in the menu, but we'll jump right in. Even walk up the ladder like in real life. That's sweet. So we'll jump in, start him up, unfold him. Very nice smooth unfolding animations. We'll turn the header on. You can see the cutters going there at the back. We do have beacons. 2 at the back, 2 at the front. We have a horn. I don't know if you can hear that too well, but it is there. We have working lights. Just like a class, they are everywhere. They're even up there inside the bin there, if you can have a look. So you've got one at the top, one in the bin down halfway, and one right down the bottom, just under the view window. So lights everywhere on this thing. And yeah, we'll get harvesting. Just like all harvesters, it will harvest your grains, your sunflower, so it will spread out to about 14 meters. It's not too bad. And then we can change that by pressing L1 and left on the D-pad, and it'll change it to swath dropping. So now drop a straw swath if you wish to bale that or collect it in a forage wagon for your farm. Also, if you hold L1 and push right stick left and right, it doesn't seem to do anything up and down. No, maybe that's the header control. Yeah, it is. No worries. But that is the class Lexion 8000. You'll find this. Here goes nothing, guys. You'll find this in the shop under harvesters. Right down the end there, right next to the base game one, which is, it's all basically the same, 18,000 litres for both of them. But this one will vary from 653 horsepower up to the 780 horsepower. 18,000 litre capacity, just like the base game one, and they both also run at 40 kilometers per hour. Unless it's harvesting, then it's 10 kilometers per hour. And we'll harvest your wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, sunflower, when I can spit that out, soybeans and corn. Ooh, it worked. Ooh, so far so good, but it is only the first mod. So options in here, we have wheel brand, we have Trailerborg, Michelin, Continental, and back to Trailerborg. And wheel options are pretty much the same under all of them. So we have the twin wheels at the front there. We have the TerraTrack option. We have TerraTrack with the wide rear tyre, back to twins. And same under Michelin and Continental. I like the Michelins as it lifts the front just ever so slightly. After that we have designs. You have EU or US. So it just takes away the EU safety signs, which is the red and white squares. And it adds the two flashes there on the side on the front. And puts the safety triangle on the back. We have fleet number, so if you have more than 2 of these on your farm, you can number them. So I guess you can know which one you bought first or last, all the way up to 5. So that's going by that, you're only allowed to have 5 of these on your farm. Just be wary of that. But yeah, you can number it if you wish. And then engine setups, we have the 88,000, which is 653 horsepower, and then you go up to the 8900, which is the 780 horsepower version. Very nice indeed, and obviously your number plate option there at the bottom. Okay, following that guy, I'll just turn the beacons off. We have this guy right here. This is the class Xerion 3000 series. It's by Smeddy. 20.68 megabytes to download. We'll use 10 slots on console. Start him up. We do have beacons like all your tractors. Lights again all round. There's always good lighting on the class tractors, I find. This one is a 4-wheel steering tractor too. It is a Xerion series, so all 4 wheels will steer the tractor. You can change that mode. Nice sounding engine, like most of the class tractors. Have a horn. Has a very nice turning circle. Also, another little trick this tractor has, if you press L1 and R1 together and then press X on PlayStation, it says change driving direction, and your cab will do this. How cool is that? And now you can drive around opposite. I am sure there is a reason for that. There are no tanks or anything to put on this as yet, but very cool feature indeed. And we can change it back again. That is so cool. I don't know if the 5th wheel hitch works on this, but there is one in there. You can see that silver ball there next to that big air intake pipe there going up to the air filter, but it is in there, so I don't know if you can attach a gooseneck to it, but maybe we can. We can change the steering mode, so you hold R1 and click L3, which is down on your right stick, and we'll go from 4-wheel steering just to your 2-wheel steering, to your crab left steering, and then your crab right steering, and then back to 4-wheel steering. And yeah, that is it. Very nice tractor indeed. We had this in FS19. It's good to see it back in 22. We'll jump right in, have a look at it. It's in the shop under large tractors. Right there, $330,200 to buy. Has a varied horsepower from 335 to 379 horsepower. Will travel at 55 kilometers an hour, so it's not a real slouch in the tractor world. It's not too bad speed for a tractor. So we'll jump right in and fingers crossed this works. Oh, thank you. Configurations, we have standard, we have weights, which just puts the weight plates there on the back. Wheel brand, we have Trailerborg, Michelin, Midas, Nokian, and back to Trailerborg. Under Trailerborg we have standards, and we have the standards with the air option. That's just aesthetic. I don't actually think it does anything on console. And then we have the bit bigger tires, and we have the wides, which actually looks quite nice on that as well. And we have the twins, narrows, if you're doing field work with it, that'll save you crop destruction. Twin narrows, which is what I went for, which I think looks really cool on this tractor for some reason. And then back to standard, I think it's the same under Michelin. Standard, air, yep, wides, twins, back to standard, so no narrows under Michelin. Midas, all the same, just no narrows. And Nokian, we just have Communal, and that is it. So we'll go back to Trailerborg because I do like the look of those twins. We have the track, or the track VC. If you take the, just have the track, the cab won't spin. If you put it on, you can see it adds that ram through that little frame at the back. That allows you to lift your cab and turn it round like I was showing you. And then we have the attachers. We can have the 1800 kilo weight, 2200 kilo weight, 2600 kilo weight, or the 3-point link. Back to the weight. We can have side signs, put the Euro safety signs on the back there, or we can have none. And then we can have the Xerion 3300 for 335 horsepower, and we can have the 3800 for 379 horsepower. We have main color choices, so main color, anything on that palette. You could have a nice blue one, red one, or like I did, white. And then design color changes the grille on your exhaust here, so you can have it chrome, black, or class green if you wish. And then rim colors, you can have anything on that, so you have the class red, class white, grey, black, or chrome, which looks pretty smick. And then your number plate option there at the bottom. Whew, so far so good. Okay, moving on from the Xerion, we have this guy right here. This is the Lizard Continental by Vectorman. 12.32 megabytes to download, will only take 6 slots on console. Is a very nice looking car, especially if you want to farm for the mob or the mafia. This car will suit you very well. Yeah, but like I said, very nice mod. Has a few options on it. You can put the tow hitch on it there, the decoration on the dash. You can have a couple of engine options, but we'll jump right in. Mirror glitch still happening, but yeah, Good old bench seats, timber grain interior, very nice. We'll start it up, have a horn, it's a pretty cool one. Also have lights, so we have on, high and off, blinkers left and right. Engine sounds just awesome. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that pallet. That's a mod we'll look at later. Can't open the boot or bonnet or anything on this. That's alright, sounds very nice indeed. This is the mod that usually glitches on me, so let's cross the fingers and hope it works when we go into the shop. But you'll find this under vehicles, under cars. Down the end here, $35,000 to buy. Will go from 200 to 300 horsepower. It is automatic transmission and will travel at 130 kilometers per hour. Pretty quick. So I'll try and jump right in and we'll have a look and see what happens. So it loaded, but I didn't get my configuration menu, so that's part of the glitch. So I'll see if I can jump back out. We'll go back in, guys. There we are. Alright, so front attachment, we have standard or bumper. Puts that bumper on the front. Personally, I don't really like the look of that bumper. I prefer the old classic front look there, but each to their own. It's there if you wish to have it. Interior decoration, this just puts a decoration on the center of your dash, so you can either have a little green lizard there, or you can have the farm sim hat or the little dash fan, whichever you choose. I don't mind the hat, I think the hat suits it. Then we have Continental engine setup, so we have the Continental engine for 200 horsepower, then we have the Continental turboed engine for 300 horsepower. Puts the nice bonnet scoop there on the middle of the bonnet, makes it look pretty smick. Main color, we have anything on that palette, so like I did, I went black for the mafia look, but you don't have to. You can have it dark blue if you wish, bright red, or even purple for a Cadbury chocolate car if that's what you wish to have. But yeah, nice color options there indeed. And then your number plate option there at the bottom as well if you wish to customize the number plate. Alright, up next after the Continental we have this guy right here, which is the Phoenix IT Runner Edition by Shaba VSR Modding Sir. 16.57 megabytes to download. We'll use 8 slots on console, and it is a IT runner truck pretty much. So we have the hook lift there on the back, which should pick up any hook lift attaching gear for the back of these. I think the only ones we have for the game so far on console anyway are with the, if I remember, what is it, the Roland trailer pack in the modhub. It has an IT trailer, Roland brand one in that pack, so a lot of the backs, assuming, should fit this truck. But it's a very nice truck indeed. We'll just jump in. Engine sounds very good. Not bad lighting. I'm a bit disappointed there's no work lights on the back for hooking up or dropping off of a night time, but yeah, is what it is. Decent lights on the front though. We have working beacons since it is a hook lift truck and used for work. Horn actually sounds like a truck horn, very nice. And then we hold R1 and X will open and close the hydraulic hook lift arm like so. So you can open that up, pick up whatever container or back that you wish to put on here that'll fit, and then we can connect up and we can lift it back on like so, locking that into place just like that. But we'll find this guy under vehicles, under trucks. Right there at the end, Phoenix IT Runner Edition, $88,000 to buy. We'll go from a impressive 462 horsepower right up to a whopping 1,130 horsepower, and we'll travel at 70 kilometers per hour. So in here, oh look at that, I got the options menu straight up. So this is what it looks like standard, not bad colors, but we do have the options to change all them up. But the configuration, we have standard or trailer hitch. Just puts that trailer hitch there on the back. If you wish to tow, like I said, that Roland hook lift trailer, and you could put two different backs or the two same backs and have like a trailed bulk carrier if you wish. We also have engine setup, the IT-R460 for 462 horsepower, the 640 for 640 horsepower, the 1100 for 1,130 horsepower. So now it is now a beast of a hook lift truck. Main color, anything on that palette. There's a few more custom colors in here. Nice metallic-y looking yellow there. Some nice greens. Design color, anything on that palette. It's even got pink there, grey, black. Design color will change everything that's yellow, so the top of the hook, the rams and the guides at the back there, you can change anything on that color. So red, for example, if that's what you wish to go with, or this nice copper metallic color. And then rim color will obviously does the rim colors. Anything on that palette, so you can have the nice copper metallic there, white, greens, there's silvers, all sorts of colors you can have there. But yeah, very nice truck indeed, and has a beast of a motor in it at 1,130 horsepower. Awesome, that truck. Moving on from there, we have this guy out here. This thing is a behemoth of a bit of gear for your farm. It is this guy right here. He's huge. This thing is the John Deere 2730 plow by JA Modding. 16.08 megabytes to download. Will only use 11 slots on console. But this thing is just a piece of gear, isn't it? Have a go at it. But it's essentially a plow, so we'll jump right in. We'll unfold it. Very nice animations there of the unfolding. We can create fields with this because it is a plow, so you hold R1 and then up the top there, third from the top, so where it says triangle button, I can click that, and next it says allow create fields, so I can come back here, turn allow create fields on. I can drop this down. As I drive along, it will create fields out of nowhere. I can turn that off and limit to fields, and then that way when I drop it in, it will plow my field. And it looks like it cultivates as well. So not only does it rip up, it disc harrows, it plows and then cultivates. All in one pass. That is really cool. But does also bring rocks to the surface. But this thing does need a good amount of horsepower to pull it. So it is a very deep plow, but it looks like it's all three in one. You have your disc harrow, your plow tines, and then your cultivator roller at the end. You'll find this, guys, in your tools menu under plows. Right there, John Deere 2730 plow, $58,000 even to buy, requires 410 horsepower. Works at 7.9 meters and will work at 12 kilometers per hour. Fingers crossed again, guys. In this doesn't have any options on it. I've tried loading in half a dozen times while setting this mod look video up. No options come up for it, so it is what it is and comes how you see it right there. But it is a whopping piece of gear. But awesome also, I think. It will cultivate, plough and all that in one pass. That should make doing your fields more efficient, in my opinion. So yeah, nice bit of gear. Okay, following that we have, where is it, back down this end. It's a nice looking field there now with that one plough. Very, very nice indeed. Down here we have this guy. There's 3 of these in this pack. This is the Robert DBS pack by Paul 05090R. 40.08 megabytes to download, and you will get the DBS 960, which is the one we're looking at right now. It'll take 10 slots on console. You also get the DBS 720 Eco for 8 slots and the DBS 20 Plus for 9 slots. We'll have a look at all them in the shop in a minute, but they all do the same thing at different widths. They are basically a grass roller and weeder. So we'll jump in. We'll unfold him. It does take a little bit, has a tiny bit of a delay, but has a nice unfolding animation there. This is the biggest one of all 3, so this is the DBS 960. It folds out like so. We can raise or lower it. As you can see, it's got the grass blade there, and it will essentially come along and roll out your grass field and weed it if you have weeds on, which I don't, not on my test map, and that at least. And it will take the weeds out as well as roll your grass. Leave your field like that, so you can come along and fertilize or whatever you need to do again to get that right up. Very nice mod indeed. There aren't no options on this one, but you'll find these under tools under your grassland care right there. And there they are at the end. So that's the one we just demonstrated with, the DBS 960. You can pick that up for $13,900. Requires 140 horsepower to use. Working width is 9.6 meters and will work at 12 kilometers per hour. Jumping in, that is it there, guys. No options on this fella. Comes how it comes. A very nice mod indeed. Has beacon lights down the bottom there too, behind the little red and white signs if you wish to turn them on. Next to him we have the DBS 720 Eco for $13,700 to buy, so $200 cheaper, and it's slightly smaller. So it's 2.4 meters smaller, requires more horsepower to use by 10 horsepower, so 150 horsepower, and will take 12 kilometers per hour to work, and work at 7.2 meters. Funny how it's dearer when it's smaller, but okay. We'll jump in. Only option on this is you can have without options or with signage. So with signage, it just adds those safety triangles and some lights there on the back, or you can take that off, whichever you prefer. But it does the same as the one I demonstrated. It's just a grass roller and weeder. Then we have the DBS 720 Plus for $17,700, the dearest of them all. 150 horsepower to run at 7.2 meters, so it's the same width as that one. 12 kilometers per hour. We'll go in hopefully. Yes, same options. You can have it with signage or without. The only difference I see is it has those coiled steel dirt blade things there on the front where the other one didn't. And yeah, that's about the only difference I can see. But yeah, very nicely detailed mods indeed, and that's the Robert DBS pack. Ooh, so far so good through this mod review. I haven't had a crash yet. Fingers crossed it doesn't. Up next after that we have the Continental Hay Fork by North Modding Company, or if you've played FS19 NMC, it will take 0.87 megabytes to download, but only use 2 slots on console. It is this guy right here. It is the Continental Hay Fork, but this will pick up your grass, straw, hay and silage and all that sort of stuff as well. So, and it is a 3-point link attacher, it's not front loader, so it hooks up to your 3-point link, and then you can hold L1 and move your right stick left and right to tilt up and down. Then you can move your right stick up and down to lower or raise, so you can get that just right to sit on the ground where you need it to. Then holding R1 you can move your right stick up and down and it will open and close the top fork there. We'll put it down like so, drive along just like that. It will scoop up the grass and at some speed. You can also use it as a leveler once it's full, but it will hold 1,800 litres, probably maybe 1,900 litres. Doesn't seem to want to pick up anymore, but which is really weird, but I'm trying. Oh, maybe it'll hold a bit more. Come on, pick some up. 2,000 litres it will hold. That took a bit to get. And then once it's up, it will not empty at all until you press R1 and open the claw again. Then it will all come flowing out like so. So you could use this to tidy up your silage pit. Nice unload animation there. But that is it, guys. That is the Continental Hay Fork. You'll find that under tools, down here under miscellaneous. Right there it will hold your grass, straw, manure, silage, chaff and hay. So very nice indeed. It'll hold all your, pretty much all your forage crops. And you can use it as a manure fork too, so you could use that to muck out your cow pens and that if need be. And 2,000 litre capacity like we showed. But in here it comes red if you want, but you can mix it up to the Continental colours, so that's the opposite to what I had it. Or you can have it all green, or if you want you can have it like that, or I had it like so. But yeah, it's up to you. You can mix and match however you wish. That's a very nice bale hay fork indeed. You could probably pick bales up on that actually, looking at that, if you wanted to. And moving on from there, we now go into the placeable section over here, where we kick off the look with these guys. This is the Water Fountain Pack by Puma 145, 8.02 megabytes to download. There are 3 in the pack. This is Fountain 1, which will take 3 slots. That is Fountain 2, which will take 4 slots. And then you have the well on the end, which will take 2 slots. Possibly may have written that wrong, but we'll soon find out. But these you can fill up your water tankers from them, but they will cost you money. I'll just jump in and use this guy as a demonstration. So you can pull in. As you can see down the bottom there near my speedo gauge, it is filling up there with water, but it's also taking money from the top, so that just cost me $222 for that amount of water. And that's with all 3 of these in this pack, so all 3 of those will charge you for water. All 3 of these will charge you for water, but we'll find these in your menu, under your build menu, under constructions, under buildings, under containers, there they are there. We have the fountain, which I named Fountain 1, $500 to place. Then we have Fountain 2, which is $500 to place also. And then the well on the end, it'll cost you $1,000 to place. Like I said, they are essentially water triggers. Moving on from there, we have another well by Michael LS. Will take 2.08 megabytes to download. Will take 3 slots on console, and it is this guy here. So it's an in the ground well. Yeah, and that is it. I think, I'm not sure if it will charge you. I'll have a quick look. Bear with me, guys. Show you my truck driving skills. So yes, it charges you for water too, guys, this one. But you'll also find that under your menu, under construction, buildings, containers. It's right there at the end, $2,000 to place on your farm. And like it says, this water station can supply your water tanks with fresh water, but at a cost. But just another little, quite compact little option for your farm if that's what you wish to go for. But yeah, very nice indeed. And then up next, following that, is the Decorative Details pack by Triangle Trouble. 6.86 megabytes to download, and each of these mods will consume either 1 to 4 slots. There's quite a few in this, so you have all of these. Here you have the old trailer, you have metal beams and pallets, you have a wood rack, you have pipe rack cage, you have an old hay blower there, some old farm parts and bits and pieces, metal pipes, concrete pipes, portable toilet, buckets of construction waste, you have concrete stuff, just a bin, electrical box, small electrical box, milk pallets, single milk pallet, a generator. Can pick that up and move it around. Probably can do, no, only with the generator. So not all of these you can move. You have a IBC cage with no IBC in it. You have a, what looks like a manhole grate cover, a step ladder, which you can pick that up and move around as well. The one cool thing I did like about this is if you have an empty workshop, you can now decorate it up with a shelf with a hedge trimmer, hose, bits and pieces. You have a table saw, some metal racking, gas bottles and jerry cans. You even have an old sink there, wash tub, and in here looks like a hydraulic press that you can actually lift out of the box, the crate. That is cool. Didn't know that. So you can actually put that, whoop, I dropped it, but yeah, you can actually place that on your workbench if I can get it. I'm pretty bad at doing this. Come on, behave. You go, and then you can role play and pretend you're punching out some bearings to fix your tractor or whatever. Up to you. And you can put it back in that pallet if you wish, but you've got the old wash sink there. Old homemade timber crate by the look of it, some timber palings and stuff you can put around your farm or at your sawmill, a wooden bench, you have a kids swing set, slippery dip, sand pit if you want to put that in your farmhouse yard, some barrels, cartons. You also have support your local farmers sign, and you have that same sign just in French. But yeah, you have the industrial bin over the back. These are all pure aesthetic, they're decorations. Even the rocks, They don't actually do anything. They don't perform any task or give you any new options for your farm. You can't get slurry or anything out of them. They are primarily decorative, but still not a bad pack at all, so you can make your farm look more realistic if you wish to. But to find these, you'll jump into your construction menu, under decoration, under others, they are right here. So you get the 3 barrels for $20. You get the container for $90, the stack of carton boxes for $15, the concrete parts for $30, concrete paving stones for $60, concrete pipes for $15, the construction waste pallet for $5, the electrical box for $30, electrical box large for $70, the electric generator for $50, the support your farmer sign in English for $400, then the French one for $400. You also get the firewood rack for $70, gas cylinder cage for $30. It's a feeder, there you go, made out of an old IBC, so you could put that out in your chicken pen or wherever for a bit of aesthetic look for $15. The step ladder for $50, the manhole cover plate for $15, metal box for $40, metal shelves for $80, the metal trash pile 1 for $15, the metal trash cage with pipes for $15, the I-beam pallet trash pile for $20, the old equipment, which is the hay blower there, for $30, pallet stack for $20, plastic box for $4, stack of plastic boxes for $10, the backyard playground, as I like to call it, is $100, and then we get rock 1, 2, 3 for $10, $10 and $7. We get the salt bags for $20, the sink for $40, the table saw for $250, the big tyre for $15, the outdoor toilet for $100, the old trailer for $300, the says container but it's more of an industrial bin, recycle bin thing for $90, $80 for the water tank, and we get the wood pallet for $40, $40 for wood 2, and wooden bench for $25. We also get the wooden box for $10, the wooden box with hydraulic press for $40, the wooden shelf for $80, and the workbench for $350. And that wraps up the decorative pack right there, guys. And we made it so far. We have got all the way to the last mod in this mod look video without it crashing on me, so yay! But last but not least, up here we have this mod here that you saw me bowl over earlier with the Continental car, and I can't pick them up, but it is the 120 tree saplings by Mac Trucker 921. It will take 0.22 megabytes to download. Will only use 7 slots on console, and I have the oak palette here, but you can choose which one you wish. So we'll jump into the shop. So under pallets, there's the base game one, tree saplings for $1,000 for 20 trees. But this one is tree saplings for 120 tree saplings for $3,500, so not a bad price. So we'll jump in, and we can have spruce tree palette, a spruce type 2. We have pine trees, stone pine trees, birch trees, oak trees, willow trees, maple trees, pagoda dogwood trees, shagbark hickory trees, American elm trees, cypress pine trees, downy serviceberry trees, and back to spruce. So you have quite a few trees to choose from, whichever you wish to plant. But yeah, nice, neat palette of tree saplings. Very nice indeed. If forestry or growing trees is your thing, this might be right up your alley. Because what was it, $1,000 for 20 trees? So you buy 120 trees the other way, that's what, 50, 60 pallets? No, sorry, 6 pallets, not 60. 6 pallets for $1,000. So there's $6,000 for 120 trees, or $3,500 for 120 trees. Yes, I'm sure you will correct me on my maths if I'm wrong, and that's fine. I'm no good at math. But yeah, that rounds out this mod look video, guys. That's the last of the mods to show off. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it was informative enough for you. But just before I go, those couple of announcements that I was going to make, that I will share with you, but just because Fat Dad was in my live stream the other day, so shout out to Fat Dad for asking the question. Do I know of any new mod maps coming up? At the time, no, I didn't, but I have heard since then that Lancey Boy is working on revamping his mod map Stone Valley from FS19 to bring it over to FS22, so that is really cool. I can't remember the name of the modder, but he released Grasslands for FS19. Well, he's bringing that over to FS22 as well. But yeah, they're the only 2 maps I have heard something about, so that's pretty cool. 2 more maps in the workings. I'm not sure, I don't think I heard they're in testing yet, but they are getting worked on to be sent off to testing to come into FS22. So Stone Valley is a really big American map that Lancey Boy made. It's got huge fields in it, stuff like that. So if you like big open fields and massive machinery farming, then Stone Valley is your map. I played on that on FS19 and it was just awesome. I love that map. But yeah, also the last little announcement to make while I've got you here is on the Giant Software official website that I'm looking at right now, down under games in PS5, Xbox Series X and S tab under media, you scroll down to the bottom and it shows you their little Twitter they put out. It actually says here, and I quote, "Many have asked and now we can confirm the first pack for the FS22 Year 1 Season Pass will be coming in March of this year." So sometime in March 2022 we'll be getting that first DLC pack, which by memory I think it's more equipment for your farm or something like that it's called. So we should see a load more equipment for our farm come to the game, so that should be very interesting to see. I can't wait for that to drop. But yeah, in saying that, those are the 2 announcements I wanted to make. Thanks for watching this far. I appreciate everyone that watches and tunes into my mod look videos. But that's it. I'll wrap it up now, guys, and I hope you're having a good day, evening, and good night wherever you may be. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.